Become a sponsor for the Lost Art Project Veterans Voices. Looking for veteran-owned businesses to sponsor the podcast for 1 week? Each episode, social media video will be sponsored by your business only. What do you get? 5 sponsored episodes with your logo featured, 5 social media videos with your logo featured, and 1 daily post advertising your business on all social media platforms. Support a veteran podcast and advertise your veteran-owned business. Email AJ for details. Lost Art Project Veterans Voices at gmail.com. The Lost Art Project Veteran Voices with Andrew Cox. Preserving history, one veteran story at a time. Marine Corps League and Till Valhalla Project Ambassadors. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast that's given a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art Project, Veteran Voices with Andrew Cox.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Project, Veterans Voices. I am your host, AJ Cox, and today, guess what? Guess what today is? That's right, you guessed it. It's a fireside chat with the crew. But before we get into the episode, are you enjoying these podcasts? Make sure you go to the website. That's thelostart.podbean.com. Go check us out, see what we're all about. And there's a couple ways you can help support us. One, if you have a veteran-owned business or just an owned business, you can come on the podcast, or not come on the podcast, sponsor a week's worth of the podcast. But you got to shoot me an email. Let me know if you're interested in that, and then we can work something out. And, of course, you can always go to the website, click on that merchandise tab, go in there and get you some cool merchandise. I'm telling you, there is some badass, legendary stuff in there now, so you got to go check it out. Anyway, it's cool stuff. And, you know, you could always just support us by subscribing. You can just subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform. I'm told I don't say that enough. So go subscribe. Go like it. Go share it. Go comment. Go do something. Help us out here at the podcast. All right, big shout out to the Till Valhalla Project out there doing amazing things. If you don't know anything about them, go check them out. Even if you do, go check them out again. I'm telling you, they are great, amazing at what they do, and any help would be much appreciated. You can always find them at tillvalhallaproject.com. Are you a Marine veteran? Are you missing that bond you had on active duty? Then I have a place for you. Join the only congressionally chartered Marine Corps Veteran Service Organization, the Marine Corps League. Get that brother and sisterhood back in your life. Become one of the fewer, the prouder, a Marine Corps League member. Whoo, doggies, we're doing pretty good. We already got 4 listeners. That's a pretty good deal right there. We got 2 on the X, 1 on the face pages, 1 on the YouTubes. Man, we're doing pretty good. But we'll go round robin. We'll see how everybody's doing from the land of the cold in the north. Jess, how are things up there?
50 degrees and amazing. So I'm going to take this in January every time.
Wow. So, I'm shocked, to be honest with you. I didn't think it would get that warm up there.
I'm going to take it while I can get it, because I know that February is right around the corner. It's going to be a
It's not going to stay forever.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is an anomaly, and I'll take it. So
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Got the gun show done this weekend. So
Nice.
Beginning of the year for us. So here we go.
Man. Starting over again.
Every year.
2026. Man, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. What is it? New year, new me. You know what they say? I say new year, same old me. It's the same old me. And if I change, great. If not, you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it.
Yep. Chapter 50.
You get what you
right.
get and you don't throw a fit.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm digging it. All right, Jim, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I've been washing clothes, car, and just staying somewhat busy.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
it's
staying busy.
busy. It's busy for me. Well, not that busy though. I didn't have to go anywhere and do nothing. Although I
Yeah.
did do a little Marine Corps League work because we got our state convention coming.
That's right. That's right. State convention. That's in what you told me, June.
Knoxville, June 18th through 21st.
Watch out, man. Watch out. That's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh, this guy says, I served with the U.S. Army and I worked with Wentworth Military Academy and was a command sergeant major there. Well, command sergeant major, you know what you need to do is come here on the podcast, record your story. Let's make that happen, man. Shoot me a message. You're on YouTube. Shoot me a message somehow, or you can email me, Lost Art Project Veterans Voices at gmail.com. Email me. We'll set you up. We'll get you on here and tell your story. Command Sergeant Major. I can't. It's Lockhart at Mike Lockhart 1827. All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's okay. Yep.
I just saw we got a comment. We don't always get comments, so it's exciting when we get one, you know.
Yes, it is.
All right. Vic, how are you doing down there?
Life is good. It's been a busy weekend in the shop. I got a lot done in the shop. And then took the kiddo back to college today because she starts on Tuesday, I think, but I'm back to school tomorrow. So Christmas break is over. We took down all the outside decorations went down today. Probably about 60 or 70% of the stuff in the house, maybe 80% of the stuff in the house. So, but putting it away always takes longer because then all the special ornaments need to be wrapped up and all that kind of stuff, and so you got to be a little bit more careful when you're putting things away than taking things out.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so it's just we've started all that, and now it's just about to start the new semester tomorrow.
Nice.
And looking forward. Got a lot of things planned for the band program, so looking forward to getting started tomorrow.
Yeah. Make sure you wrap up that Cracker Barrel ornament really well. All right. Yeah. I get worried about it from time to time.
I actually, I think Amy already, she may have already thrown it away today. I don't know, but she took down everything off the tree that she could reach, and it was right there in the middle, so everybody could see it.
You gotta put it at the top so she can't reach it, man. Oh, that's good for everybody out there. Vic, just real quick, recap the story. It's a good story.
Me and Andrew and our wives, the four of us went to Cracker Barrel, and Andrew and I went to pay while the women folk went out to the car, and then right next to the register there was buy one get one free ornament, a little storefront of Cracker Barrel. So Andrew brought one because his wife is absolutely in love with Cracker Barrel, and so we got a second one. He goes, "Here, you give this to Amy." So we went out to the car. I gave it to my wife and I said, "Here, I got this for you." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, it's nice, yeah." And then I was like, "What? You don't like it? It's free. I got you a gift. You don't like that?" And I gave her a hard time for not liking the gift that I got her. And then that went on for about 15 minutes until Carlene said, like, "Wait a minute, weren't these buy one get one free?" Yeah. So yeah, and then like, "Oh my gosh!" So I'm not sure. She's standing in the doorway looking at me right now. So it might be in the trash before the end of the night.
Hey, Amy, do not throw away that dadgum ornament.
You hear that? Andrew said, "Don't throw away the ornament." Andrew said, "Don't throw away the ornament." Oh, she never did.
Yeah. Whatever. Command Sergeant Major said he really liked working there at Wentworth Military Academy because he was the track coach. That's a good deal. I wouldn't be able to teach anybody how to run fast. I can teach them how not to run fast. I'm good at that. Very proficient in it. Mike, how things going, man?
Yeah, just sit and listen to Vic. Listen to you guys. I'm doing good, Andrew. I'll say that, but I want to go on with Vic was saying, and you and Andrew were talking about the ornaments. My first duty station was 29 Palms. Jess knows that very well. And my wife and I got married there after I'd been there for almost 4 years. And our first apartment, it was a crap hole apartment. I mean, crap hole. But they had like a TV stand, and we bought a little Christmas tree.
Oh, you had the Charlie Brown special?
It wasn't that bad, but it was, I actually want to say it was an actual real tree. Bought a little stand for it and all that, but it was a bunch of the guys from the band, Tom Allen, Bob Orr, Carl Vanderzee. We invited them all over, and we were doing Christmas Eve. We were doing like, God, it was a shithole of an apartment. But the oven was good enough to do like fried chicken leg, chicken wings, and we were cooking chicken wings and stuff like that. But, back in that day, it was like 1996, 97.
Yeah.
And it was MGD. That's all we drank was Miller Genuine Draft.
Yeah.
So the whole that's all we were drinking. We were sitting there eating wings. And so that poor little Christmas tree was overweighted with Miller Genuine Draft cans. So we still have one can that's hanging on a Christmas tree I'm still looking at.
You still have one from then?
One MGD can. And every year I'm like, just throw this damn thing out. My wife's like, you can't throw that out.
That was our first Christmas.
And it's like, every time, I used to wrap it up and I used to be real good. Now it's got dents in it. And I'm like sticking my finger in it, trying to push the dents out. But it still goes on the tree every year, man. It's one MGD can. And it was the Rusty Wallace can, man. It's like, there it is. It's right there, man.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh man. Well, hey, we've got lots to talk about today. I mean, if you haven't been watching and seeing the social medias, man, there is some funny stuff happening on the social medias. But since the Command Sergeant Major was watching, I don't know if he's still out there, but what about Delta Force, right? Come on. Delta Force in the house. That's the house in Venezuela. I mean, but they're in the house, right? They went down, got the president and his wife, brought him back.
Arrested him and
say it again.
And arrested him, and now he's got face charges.
Yeah.
I figure Jess knows a lot about that. I can't overly speak about that. So
Delta Force?
I'm not a Delta Force guy, so I couldn't even begin to.
Yeah.
I know the news, but
I'm amazed that they pulled it off as well as they did. I know the amount of planning that went into that, the amount of air cover they had to provide. And, a friend of mine, someone I went to college with, she flew with 160 SOAR, and hats off those pilots. So I'm telling you, it's always been the mission planning that had to go into that, the air cover, everything on the ground is just hats off, because all it takes is one hiccup and it can go real bad real quick. So
yeah, that's no joke. Absolutely.
But Marines are in play, Iwo Jima, the 22 Mu off the coast. So
yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So I kept seeing on the TikTokers and different things like that. They were talking how the Marines didn't get their opportunity to go in but they served their part in the mission.
Yes.
Well, I hate to say it. I mean, the majority of the time the Muse sitting off the coast is just literally a show of presence.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, I mean, from a perspective of the other side, I was talking to some Australians when I worked in Afghanistan, and they were in East Timor before the Muse showed up. Mm-hmm. And the Indonesians were taking pot shots at them left and right, and then 3 ships showed up off the coast, and all of a sudden they got real friendly real fast. Like, all right, we're good, we're done. It sets a tone. and
It
you
does,
park
yeah.
3 ships off a coast, and it's Teddy Roosevelt's big stick diplomacy. It's like just
Exactly.
Yeah, and it works.
So
it works.
It does work.
Yeah.
your reputation shows up before you do. So
Yeah.
sometimes
Very true.
that is that's foreign policy in a nutshell. Sometimes.
Yeah.
So nothing but good things to say about the Mew.
Well, I'm glad Sergeant Major, I'm glad that we popped your cherry watching this for the first time. I'm excited about that. Be sure to come back and watch more and continue watching, man. Keep commenting, keep keeping us on track here if we get off track or just, nonsense. We're all about that.
Never happens.
And tell your friends. Tell your friends.
And tell your friends. Tell your friends that we have this going on as well. Yeah. And we don't hold it against you that you were in the Army. I mean, heck, we were talking about Delta Force. So, I mean, we're giving credit where credit is due. Those Delta Force
if it was
guys.
DevGru, there'd be like 3 books out by now. So, I mean, we would have read about
true.
it by now.
That's true. I'm surprised the books haven't published yet,
They'd be suing each other by now too, right? I mean, every SEAL's suing each other right now.
And one of them would at least have a podcast, and one would be in Congress, and they'd get in a fight, an argument. That would definitely have happened already. So.
That's so stupid.
There'd be like 3 Mark Wahlberg movies already. I mean, it's just.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I just read that on Facebook. I was like, I'm stealing that.
That was good. That was really good.
Whoever wrote that was just like, yeah, he hit that nail on the head.
There's a lot of good memes out right now. Absolutely hilarious. But
I saw one. It was like, SEER level 1 completed. It's got it. It's all bound up. I was like, okay, that was good. We're gonna give him that one. No, I was watching the video. My phone started blowing up on Saturday morning. Well, Saturday morning about 2 in the morning. It was like all these just like ping, 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 and then I was like, oh, something's going on. So kind of rolled over and like I was watching the video and I was like, oh wow, this is live feed out of Caracas. So
was it live feed? Wow.
It was that quick. It was almost live feed. So I'm going to say live, but it was like delayed by like 10 minutes. They're posting it. Read it that fast.
Wow. So, no kidding. That's cool.
It hits the channels. So it looked like something on a Call of Duty. I mean, you see the little birds pumping rockets and heard some miniguns and like, oh yeah, someone's putting some work in. So yeah, they prepped it. But I mean, Roosevelt Roads had couple squadrons of 22s and 35s and C-130s. So I mean, their Caribbean is packed. So that airspace has got to be just a mess right now. So
yeah. Now I
sea
saw
lane should be wide open.
Yeah, I saw that the president from Venezuela is now in the same prison as Diddy. And something about he went to take a shower and there's lots of baby oil. I don't know what that was about. That's what
the meme game is just on point right now.
I'm telling you, man, they are hilarious. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. If I was smart enough, I would, capitalize on it, but I'm not. I can't come up with my own material. That's my problem.
I saw it was the Simpsons. No, it's the Harry Potter ones. Like something pops off in South America, it's always U3, and it's like Rangers and Group and like 160th store. Like the Harry Potter. Like yeah, those 3 kids always. Anytime something pops off in South America, it's those 3 guys always in trouble, always doing it.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Nah, but
let's see.
It's gonna be an interesting week.
What else has happened this week, man? There's been all kinds of stuff happening. What else? What do you guys see?
Oh God.
Well, I'm interested. I don't know if I'm ready to put this one to bed yet and move on to something else, but I'm interested. I didn't get a chance. I saw that Marco Rubio posted that the U.S.'s plan to run Venezuela, at least in the immediate future. So did anybody get a chance to see his post?
I didn't see it.
He was on Face the Nation this morning, and it was probably one of the Sunday morning shows, and that really it was kind of a word soup. Stephanopoulos asked him a question, and he danced around it. So I hope that there's more clarification.
Yeah.
So it's a quarantine of the oil, and then it's a basically they're shutting down oil lanes until they get it figured out. So
yeah, but they're not
a,
installing the opposition leader. So like the one that apparently actually won the election. So I guess Trump and Rubio want to maintain control of Venezuela. There was some kind of talk about if they just install the opposition leader, then they're going to have we would have an actual war. I mean, it would be like maybe like a mutiny of the Venezuelan army or some I don't know. But it was weird. So I'm interested to see how this plays out over the next week or so.
Yeah.
Very true.
But they don't go to the same service academies, and there's not a constitution that they swear an oath to. It's usually political appointees and loyalty that is promotion based. So that's one of those rules of law that always seems to get lost when we start talking about other militaries, and we don't really have a correlation with it in ours. So
true.
Yeah,
I saw that somebody saw, and of course a meme, but that was going to be the next state, 51st state, and then somebody said no, it'll be the 52nd state because Canada, right? So it'd be like Canada and then Venezuela.
Don't forget Greenland.
Oh yeah, Greenland. So, man, they're way down on the totem pole, man. They're way down there. I scared the guys one time in a CH-47 Chinook when we had gotten into the air base because I told them that was going to push that was going to push them out of it. Ooh, yeah. Well, that's nice. Yep. Don't be pushing me out of no Chinook. Holy moly. Well, anything else about the Venezuela? I'm sure something will pop up here in a little bit.
It's just strange having an indictment on a Southern District of New York as the legal basis for an arrest, and it's an interesting
why is it New York
precedent? Southern District New York
United Nations
is the most active legal office, and that's kind of the precursor for a lot of indictments. That in Miami. Usually if it's South America or Latin America, it's coming out of Miami.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, didn't they arrest him under basically the same charges they'd arrested Maduro on? And that was also out of the New York Southern District. So they're basically trying to rehash all of that and just apply it all to the whatever dude from whatever Carlos whatever. So I was listening a little bit to that this morning, but it doesn't seem like the legal basis seems a little shaky right now because the Maduro argument was basically like a direct attack thing, whereas the Trump is basically saying we designated him a narco terrorist, but there was no attack on other than through drugs, but that's not considered a direct attack. So
Noriega or
do what?
Noriega's case in Panama, or
maybe that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. But we actually had troops stationed in Panama in '89, and there was a direct attack on U.S. personnel, and that's what precursored the Noriega just cause. Yep.
Yeah, but we didn't have. There was no direct attack unless, like I said, the Trump administration is saying that drugs were the attack, and I don't know. Some legal experts are saying that that may not be apples to apples. So I don't know if the Noriega or the Noriega whatever method is going to work.
Yeah. There's just a lot of parallels going on right now, historical parallels. So I'm curious to see where this goes. I pulled up All the Shah's Men. It was 56 Mossadegh. So that was an interesting read back in college too. when we pulled a coup in Iran and reinstalled the Shah. So, but there's some interesting parallels. Kind of curious to see where this is going to go in the next couple of weeks. But,
oh yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure. You know, but they were also saying Cuba. He told him to we're watching your ass or something like that. Is what he said. I think President Trump, if I'm not mistaken, said that.
He probably did. He wanted to shock me.
I just hope that we don't do a quid pro quo with Taiwan, and that's my fear with Chinese. So you start talking global positioning, and China's posting up outside Taiwan, and they are encircling Taiwan. So I'm hoping that one of the biggest well, Venezuela is one of the only countries in the world that had an AK factory outside of Asia. So they are licensed to produce ex-Soviet or Russian weaponry because they had a factory in Venezuela.
I didn't know that.
So the communist ties are really hard.
Well, they also Russia and China get their oil and everything from Venezuela, is what I was told.
So did we. It was one of our leading importers, not Nigeria, but we don't typically run Middle Eastern oil. It just balances the world market because it's such a long haul. So we typically got it from Nigeria and South America.
Yeah.
But they're talking about trillions of barrels sitting in that northern South America, along with other minerals too. So, but they're not even sure what the exact size of the oil fields are under South America, northern South America.
Well, they say they're huge.
Yeah. But it's also gold and other rare earth metals. So,
yeah, that's a good point.
But when you start talking resources, but was it Guyana or British Guyana that they got bigfooted by Venezuela? So they claimed a third of their country on a border dispute. It was earlier last year, but it's going to be a gold rush in South America again. But you start talking about minerals and mineral rights.
Well, maybe, just maybe, I should go to Venezuela and gold digging and strike it rich there. That's what I'm thinking we should do.
Too late, buddy. Too late. Yeah. If you've heard about it, it's already too late.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I should have already had my book written, but you know.
The Lance Corporals are having a payday right now.
Oh my God, yeah.
Thick with a double C Latinas, I've heard. So that's their gold mine.
Oh man. All right, what else? What else you guys want to talk about?
Let's see. I don't know.
Well, what's the other thing? I mean, it's been going on as far as the daycares in Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And Ohio.
Yeah. Okay.
They're finding fraud there too.
I mean, it's not a little bit of fraud either. I mean, that's
no, but we all
a big chunk of change,
a bunch of fraud going through COVID.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that it was everything was just brought out by a 23-year-old guy, with an iPhone. No fancy media conglomerate, no fancy cameras, just a guy that just decided to show up, and I mean, where's the legacy media on this? Nothing.
Because they don't care.
Well, or they're complacent. Or they're
what's
complacent.
left?
Yeah.
They don't get anything out of it.
We get the Minnesota Star Tribune in Sioux Falls here. I'm telling you, there's not much left of the paper.
Yeah,
they're gutted. There are no more news desks. There's no more investigative journalism. Local news is basically pushing national product.
Really?
Or they get tasked to go cover a specific regional event that they can't get a national crew there to. So
yeah.
I hate to say it, but there's not many newspapers doing newspaper stuff anymore.
That
would be traditionally where we got it. But so it is the kid with the 23-year-old kid with an iPhone that's going in and doing it. But I hate to say it, but the daycare, Somalia daycare thing in next door, that is a symptom of a larger problem that just did not. And we've been talking about it for years up here in the Midwest, but it's not in my backyard. That's the NIMBY problem that Minnesota ran into, and it metastasized. I've got family who bitches and moans about it because Ilhan Omar just shocks them. And I'm like, how is this shocking? When they brought Lutheran Social Services brought in refugees, they put them in Minneapolis. The only place they could really move was one specific area. They packed the district. Ilhan Omar was like, she got elected because they did not assimilate them into the neighborhoods.
Right.
I watched it real time when I was sitting in the labor office at Sioux Falls here. The only jobs these kids could get were cutting meat at the meat packing plant.
Yeah.
I'm one booth over looking. I got a binder of jobs I'm eligible for. The only thing the Somali kid could get was chopping beef.
Wow.
And there's certain neighborhoods that they had relationships with landlords that could get them in. So, and then it just starts growing into a hive, and now you have problems.
Yep.
And it becomes like the little pockets of. I mean, we saw this in Long Beach there's Little Saigon, there's little Bangkok, all these like specific enclaves of neighborhood.
Yeah.
Go to Dearborn in Michigan, largest Arabic population in the country.
Well,
and I watched that happen growing up there.
Well, they said the same things about the Germans in South Dakota. You go around these small towns, these small states, you replace Muslims with Germans or Dutch or Norwegians. It's chain migration. This is how we've been doing it since the beginning of the country.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, get out of here. Go on.
So explain to me, how did this kid just magically, he came upon this and he decided to do this?
He just went there.
He didn't just go there. I mean, how did he know?
Like, how did he find out about it?
Yeah. I mean, what was the news? What was going on that made him? And I've actually looked at it. We've all seen it, but I haven't overly researched it. What made this kid with an iPhone decide, I'm going to research this? I mean,
no idea.
Out of all of us, does anybody know? I mean,
well, didn't you first laugh at the spelling being wrong?
Yeah, they're supposed to leer.
Yeah. The leering. Yeah.
So I haven't watched the whole video, to be honest. I've been busy doing other things.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. You can't sit and watch social media all day.
I could. It just would piss me off and get my blood pressure up.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Well,
there are ethnic enclaves everywhere in this country, and this is just a symptom.
There always has been. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
But
if we want to go back far enough, we could talk about the Irish in New York. I mean, there was a lot of corruption there.
There was.
Welcome in the Irish in New York, and I go to Frankfurt, Michigan, with all those Germans, and I have a problem.
Watch
but
out
walk
for those
into Dearborn and see if you don't get a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
I haven't been there.
I mean,
you don't want to go there either. Just trust me.
I'd be interested to know, what's the history of the individual states that make laws specific for these immigrant populations. I mean, because we have states right now that are passing that are having to pass anti-Sharia laws because you have all these little pop-up Muslim communities that want, in Minnesota, you got these communities, Dearborn, they want Sharia law, and the majority of the people in that city, they've all elected their own individual people. If you're in one of these communities, they eventually push you out. so they can move one of their friends, buddies, whatever, family members in your house, or take over your storefront or whatever, and Ilhan Omar is elected because, she's representing her community. So, and all these mayors are getting elected and town council are getting elected, and they're trying to pass Sharia law in their communities. And it's not, I don't know. It's Jess, obviously you're waiting to say something. What do you think?
They said the same thing about the Mormons in Utah.
Okay.
Mormons are going to take over. Catholics are going to be run by the Pope. I mean, it all comes down to assimilation. It all comes down to assimilation and federal law. And there is a balance between state and federal law. And until that magic day happens, these are just part of the growing pains of this experiment called America. Because we've been going through it from the beginning. So it just takes time.
Dang it, Jess. And here we thought we were special. Thanks. Just saying we're just like everybody else now. Man.
No, what Jess is saying is basically, and it's, I don't say this in a bad way, but what Jess is saying is like, hey, you need to suck it up. This is how it goes.
Yeah. The Italians, the Irish, waves of population.
I know the Irish coming in because I'm Irish. Yeah, I know how the Irish were treated, and the Irish were treated like trash. Then the Chinese, and
the Germans. If you're not a wasp with a name, every successive generation of immigrants, we've gone through this. I mean, if we're talking religion, the Mormons went through this too. They basically, who's from Missouri there? It was legal to kill Mormon until like the 1970s because it finally struck her from the books. That's why they ended up.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Mormons are still pissed about that.
Wow.
I had some friends who went to BYU, and that was the first thing they said is Missouri. We don't like Missouri. I'm like, I don't understand why. And they're like, it's legal to kill us there until like the 1970s. They finally got rid of it off the books. That's why they ended up in Utah. Brigham Young kept them going west, but they started on the East Coast. It was a migration west, and they found the Deseret paradise around the Great Salt Lake. So American migration this is how it's always been.
Yeah, but I mean, let's stop and look at it. I mean, we're talking about if what we're being told is true, how are these daycares getting millions and millions and millions of dollars?
Grant money.
But they can't justify any of it. They can't just. What? Yeah, maybe.
Somali money went back to Somaliland too.
Well, there's a tie there too. I had a friend of mine who wrote his thesis on that for Georgetown. But you want to boil this down? It's white guilt. I hate to say it. We're going through that in the state when it comes to
guilt
grant
for
money.
Anything.
I know, but Vic, you're in politics. You want to dig deep into the American Indian schools?
I mean,
money comes up missing all the time, and especially if there's not enough watchdogs.
That is a true statement.
Yeah, but explain that. I mean, I don't mean to cut Vic off or you, Jess, but explain. They're literally trying to investigate this. From what I see, and I don't know enough about it, and I only know what I see. But where's all this money gone that it was supposedly to go to these daycare centers, child care centers?
Until the forensic accountants actually dig deep and figure out where it went, it's not complete. This is a working story. We're still dealing with one from 3 years ago here. So on the reservations, we're going through the same thing. It went into the reservation system, and it's a blurry line. So now we're talking federal, state, and local levels, and the Attorney General is busy with it.
Yeah.
So
to go to you, Vic. To go to you, Vic. I mean, you see, not like this, but I mean, from your perspective, if you can talk about it.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Well, as far as money, Like money going in, money lost. Where did this money go?
I can tell you, like in our school district, that's not a thing. Every penny of our budget is scrutinized. We have a citizen-led operations committee that parallels our own operations department, and this citizen-led operations committee is all civilians. They're all volunteers. They have no tie to the school district at all, but it's all retired, like project managers and CFOs, and like but they watch everything that we do. So to make sure that our school district is completely transparent, we've passed just shy of $800 million worth of referendums in the last 4 years. So there, and the second one was with 72% approval rating, because we have this parallel volunteer group that is basically making sure that we stay transparent. So that doesn't happen in our school district. But across the country, that's not the case. The very next county over, the state board of education just took over the next county over. So the state came in and took over the school district because of corruption and nepotism, and all that kind of stuff. It's messy. So, and when the state takes over, they take over for 3 years, no less than 3 years. So the state's going to be running our neighboring county for the next 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when you guys are passing those referendums, how much of that do you include for oversight of the budget? And that's something that the sticker shock for $800 million referendum.
Well, the first referendum was like,
the
first referendum was 360 something, and the second one was like 439 million. Yes, there is money in the budget for like the project managers. They are basically there's money in the budget for them, and the construction managers at risk. They have money in the budget for oversight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's all built into the budget.
But if it's not a physical asset, that's something that's going to be hard to justify in the budget line. It's usually one of the first things cut when they're trying to cut costs.
If it's not what? What'd you say?
It's usually one of the first things that gets cut is the oversight, because it's not a physical asset.
Right. But we also have so we don't just issue immediately, like our second referendum was 439 million. We don't just immediately issue a $439 million bond.
Yep.
Right. So like as we start projects, we'll issue a $50 million bond. Then we'll issue a $100 million bond, and then a $75 million bond. And then each one of those bonds are tracked through our bond lawyer, who's a genius, by the way.
Watch out for them.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, trust me, we are. But yeah, I mean, there was a period there that I thought I was going to be a financial planner. So I made it all the way through the Series 7 stuff. So I'm not by any means, obviously I didn't become a financial planner, but through all the studying, I learned a great deal about bonds and issuing and that kind of stuff. So, I can at least know enough to ask some of the right questions, when it comes to that kind of stuff. But like, and if it's happening at the county right next to us, I'm sure it's happening in counties across the United States and school districts across the United States. Anybody, anywhere finds a loophole, they don't just exploit it; they tell their friends how to exploit it. So and that's how all this mess has exploded in Minnesota, because they're all telling each other, hey, just open up a daycare. Hey, open up. Hey, you can get extra money if your kids are, diagnosed with autism. So apparently in that community, in that 80,000 Somali community, like 1 in 4 kids is like diagnosed with autism, So because it gets them more money. But I mean, that's every system. You find a loophole in any system, you don't just exploit it. You tell your friends how to exploit it.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
Oversight and lack of transparency. I mean,
Yep.
we just got done. We had an extraditer from Iowa, but she was a social services. She was not daycare. Now you got that on the brain, but she was doing foster kids or foster care, and she was writing checks to the family, taking them out and cashing them to herself, and she'd been doing that for years.
Wow.
So they brought her back, arrested her, or they extradited her, indicted, arrested, and she's on her way to prison. So
holy cow.
But we're cracking down on corruption right now.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that shocks everybody at Minnesota is the number.
Was it like 11 billion or something like that?
Yeah, it was in the B.
Yeah.
But
9 billion they're talking, but they think it's more.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that number's going to grow exponentially.
I do too.
And when you're talking, numbers that start in, B, billions and billions, tens of billions of dollars, that's not just that isn't something that's kind of swept under the rug and nobody knows about. I mean, I'm wondering how high that corruption. I mean, is Walls going to be held accountable? I mean, at some point, who's person that's supposed to run, all these programs? Are they going to at least be held accountable? Because they're at the very least they're turning a blind eye.
Or they're sweeping it under the rug,
or
so nobody else knows.
So it's
until the forensic accountants get through with it, we don't know. It's speculation. And that's kind of where's it end? No one knows.
I hope there are forensic accountants going through it.
What?
Well, I know that I know 100% I was not involved. But there would be telltale signs. If I were involved and had some money, you would know. So just throwing that out there.
Well, the ultimate accountability is the ballots. So, you start talking some of the counties on western Minnesota, they're talking about secession into the Dakotas at this point. So,
wow,
that's California's talking about breaking California up too, because they're so sick of Sacramento. What's the tipping point for a state, though? Albany is sitting in New York, but New York City controls it. But Minneapolis-St. Paul is the metropolitan center for the state of Minnesota. Western Minnesota doesn't feel like they're adequately represented at the state level. So they feel like it might be time to move. Oregon's going through this. There's lots of talk of states realigning borders at this point by counties. So
now you think that would be creating new states or just aligning with a different state?
Aligning with different states.
Yeah.
So we haven't done this in a long time. We haven't adjusted borders in a while.
Yeah.
Western
even like
Oregon.
You look at Washington State. My father-in-law lives in Spokane. He's like,
they're talking
Eastern Washington is, let's go that way.
Eastern Oregon's talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like two different states. Colorado's talking about breaking parts of, the Denver is not the state. You got the biggest metropolitan area sitting with the state capital. That can be problematic. So, but I don't know. I'm curious to see where this is going to go.
Gotta love it, man. We've uncovered a lot of stuff. We're investigative journalists as well. So.
No, we're not. We're not. We're barstooling like a bunch of. We're barstooling hard right now.
Yeah, we're just like to make fun of and poke the bear. If you're out there and you're offended by anything we say, we're poking the bear. So just for fun, to see what happens.
I mean, why we're tossing around hypotheticals? It's we talk about all these countries that they're migrating to the U.S. because they don't like their country, yet they don't want to be Americans. They just want to displace their country and our country. But we're saying if you don't like your country, then do something to change it. Go back to your country and change your country. If you're just trying to move Somali here, then go back and change Somalia. If you don't like Somalia, then go back and change Somalia. But so hold on a second.
I'm holding.
But the same thing about states and counties. If you don't like your state, why don't you change the state that you live in? Why through the through voting? Why can't you? And I mean, and I kind of know the answer is because representatives aren't. We're not talking about the votes that you and I get. We're talking about votes that representative gets, House representatives get, and those votes that create those House of Representative seats aren't based on registered voters. They're based on bodies in their district, which is why we had an influx, in my opinion, of roughly 10 million people into the country, in the previous administration, because all they care about is the bodies in the district. And then through the gerrymandering process, they carve up all these districts so that the registered voters vote the way they want to create these extra seats in the House. So I guess the moral of my story is I think we need to get rid of gerrymandering.
Thank you.
All right, real quick for the idiot in the room. That's me. What is that specifically?
So what they do is, like, if you take, and it happens a lot in like very like densely populated areas, like inner cities, take an urban, environment, right? What they'll do is they'll literally go through all the registered voters and they'll place them, basically take a pin and place them on the map, right? And then they can look at all the areas that are like, that you might have like a pocket of Republicans over here and a pocket of Democrats over here, and then a pocket of Democrats up here. They'll redraw, I'm representative for 5th district, right? They'll redraw the map for 5th district to say, okay, we want to include this pocket of Democrats and we want to include this pocket of Democrats, because previously some of those Democrats voted in a different district that was heavily Republican. So now we're just going to recarve the districts so that we have more Democrats in this district and less Democrats in this district, so that we get a Democrat vote in this district. And then that could create us an extra seat if we kind of redraw things. How
often is that happening?
Every 10 years.
Almost every. I mean, it happens quite a bit. It just happened in California again.
Every 10 years.
Texas was told to redraw their districts, and they did. And then California said, you're trying to create an extra seat. But so I guess part, and just correct me if I'm wrong, like your goal when you gerrymander is try to get about 90% representation in your district. So Texas wasn't up to 90%, so they redrew their districts so that their districts were a 90% representation of whichever they were trying to achieve. Well, California said, well, we're going to redraw too, but California was already at 90%, and California decided they were going to go for 93% representation. I don't even know why they even need that. Because if you already have representation of one particular body or political affiliation in a district, why are you going to redraw to get 3% more? It's dumb to me, but it just happened.
I'm not sure on the percentage, but there's 2 ways of doing it. It's called packing and cracking. You can pack a district, which is basically what happened in Minneapolis with the Omar. They packed a district full of certain Somalis and like certain leanings. And then there's cracking. So you can take one that's a stronghold, crack it in half, diffuse it into another district that has a bigger representation, and that's called a crack. So there's 2 different types of gerrymandering, but based off the last census. So every 10 years, there's a big rush to do a packing and cracking or gerrymandering. South Dakota, we got 1 rep, so we don't really give a shit. We got 2 senators. Our national political landscape is going to stay the same forever, but there's a whole thing there. But Ohio, they actually name these districts like the snake or the dragon, or like Cleveland, Ohio is just some of the weirdest drawn districts ever. But they'll split communities right down the middle on a street. It's the weirdest. Redistricting is just insane. But gerrymandering, yeah, it's been going on for as long as politics have been going on. But they based it off the last census. So
I think that's the two things, greatest things that we as voters could push for is end term limits in Congress, impose term limits in Congress, and end gerrymandering. Just have the entire county and the entire state vote by county, regardless of what's in your county.
Yep.
I'd agree with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
We definitely need to have the term limits thing. I mean, that's going to solve a lot of issues.
Sure
if I'm only
would.
there for eight years at the most, right? Then there's only so much damage or so much good that I can do, right?
Well, and that's okay. Direct representation or direct voting for senators is relatively new. It's only been a century, but representatives have been the term limits. It might be time to balance the limit of the terms too. So
yeah,
2 years for representative, they are pretty much a continuous election cycle every 2 years. Give them 4 years, just let them actually do their job and see if they can produce anything. There's 435 of them. Every time I hear a representative try to make promises, like, cool story. You're a freshman representative.
You can't effectively get it done in 2 years, or at least most of the time.
And senators used to be appointed by the state. So until like the 1890s or 1900s, around the turn of the century, we had direct voting for our senators. So that's a 6-year term. Knock that down to 4, because some of these guys should not. I mean, Mitch McConnell blue screen to death every time he kind of just like shuts down. I'm like, what's he doing? But it's on both sides.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta do some kind of limit.
Well, when you have generations of families who still talk about the same individuals that have been in the Congress or whatever the whole time, that, you know, and you're talking a multi-generational type of thing. Yeah, it's time to move on. And you know what? We need to get the younger generation elected, not the old farts. No offense to us old farts, but the younger guys.
We are the young generation.
What's that?
We are the young generation in the Senate.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We're practically newborns.
I look at it differently, I guess. In military terms, we're the old farts.
Yeah, we're old.
In the rest of the rest of the country, we're still relatively young. So
exactly.
I mean, Chuck Grassley's been in Congress for over 50 years. McConnell's like 48 years or something like that. You know, then Schumer's up there. Pelosi's like 38 years. I mean, it's they build these dynasties, and then it's like, you know, I don't know, and then it's like, well, I'll vote for you, and then it's just a constant tit for tat of I'll vote for your bill if you do this for me. You do this for me, I'll vote for your bill. Okay, yeah, okay, I'll vote for that bill if you vote for my bill. And then the bill is nothing. It's not even what it was meant to be anymore, because there's so many line items added to every bill. Hundreds of line items added to every bill. I mean, that's what is there? There's 13 appropriation bills every theoretically. Is it 12 or 13? I think, is it 12? I can't remember. 12 or 13 appropriation bills every year to run the government, right? And so it just becomes. I mean, when was the last time we actually passed it was like 1992 was the last time we passed a budget, something like that. 97.
Yeah, we covered that a few months back, but yeah.
But because passing a budget is passing all 12. I can't remember if it's 12 or 13 of these appropriation bills. So that's what it means to pass a budget, you know. And if we can't. Like, we can't get these things passed because, well, okay, I'll vote for your defense bill if you vote for mine, and okay, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your. Oh, well, add $600,000 for my district to improve my county park, you know, or whatever, you know. It's just stupid. It's so stupid.
I think that there's one thing you vote on, and the thing with Congress is, you know what? Show up, vote on it. If you don't vote, you're not there. Hey, that's on you, man. But you got to show up. You got to do your job, and you, hey, one item at a time, vote on it and move on.
Yep.
None of the scratch my back bull crap.
And I mean, I'll be the first one to admit that, you know, politics exists for a reason. You know, it's especially, you know, if the meetings are actually being run with Robert's Rules of Order, the whole point is so everybody's voice is heard. You know, that's the whole point of Robert's Rules of Order, is that everybody's point is heard. And I get that. So, like, you everybody has differing opinions, and the whole point is to try to get to an agreement somewhere in the middle. Okay, you want this extreme thing, I want this extreme thing. What do we agree on? And let's see if we can meet somewhere in the middle. And then we kind of both get what we want a little bit. We both sacrifice, but we both get something in return. And that's what politics is all about. And I get that. But like some of this line item stuff is just out of control. It's so out of control. And then the whole holding government. I mean, we had the longest government shutdown in history now recently, right? Holding, yeah,
so
holding
far, so far.
Yeah.
Oh, touche.
So yeah, up to this point, we just had the longest government shutdown in history. But
just wait till next year.
It's next month.
Yes,
it's next month.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
We're like a STR through the 31st.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The holding the American people hostage because somebody wants like I said $600,000 for their park, or they want this one line item added, and then I'll vote for your bill. Give me you have to give me everything that I want before I vote for your bill, kind of thing. And it's when you're doing that, you're trying to get a bill passed. You're the Speaker of the House. You're trying to get a bill passed, and you're playing that game with 400 people. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Is America too big then? We just talked about states becoming too big to govern. Well, is America becoming too big to govern?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So
it's a good point.
If we got 435 reps, and I think that's excluding a couple that are there for like Puerto Rico and the district. I mean, I'm not sure if they're full-fledged members because it's been a minute since I've done this, but I hate to say it, but the America's business, if we're doing it line by line by line, would take 4 years to do 1 year's worth of work. And that's why a lot of these get tagged on into defense appropriations, or Tommy Tuberville like not approving flag officers because reasons. I forget what they were, but that's one guy's holding hostages, and it works both ways. I'm saying that it's a tactic. But has America become too big to govern effectively? And it gets taken out at the congressional level because there is no retreat, no surrender. They live the Spartan lifestyle. So on your shield or with it.
I think that government is way too big. But
we're also doing a lot more stuff than they did back when they designed it. So,
well, true.
But it was designed to grow. It was designed to change and modify, keep up with the times. But
don't come in here with common sense, Jess. Dang it.
Well, I mean, it's Hamilton Burr. It's Hamilton and was it Hamilton and Jefferson?
Yeah.
It's loose versus strict construction, structural of the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
The strict construction was everything that's listed in the Constitution you can do. Everything that's not listed, you can't do it.
Mm-hmm. And
then there's the other opposite school of thought, whereas if it's not listed, then we can do it. So it's two schools of thought. It's a debate that's going on since the 1700s, 1800s.
Yeah.
So,
for roughly 250 years. Yeah.
Well, since this is our 250th birthday this year.
Oh,
somebody gone. Who left? Mike
said, screw this.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Steelers are down by 10 right now, so I'd be sad too.
Oh.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's upset.
But no, I mean, this is the government debate, constant. But
I don't know.
The Speaker of the Senate Majority right now is John Thune. I mean, we have him on the news here all the time. He's our senator. So there's a lot of things on the local press we're catching that's not hitting the national press from interviews back home right now. So, I mean, I don't know if there's a dollar amount you could pay me to be in government right now in the elected government. It's just soul crushing. Like a friend of mine is getting ready to step into the state House of Representatives, and I have a couple of friends that are senators here, and I'm just like, I don't know how they do it. It's constant all the time.
It's got to be horrible. I mean,
yeah,
it's like
soul
going
crushing.
to work and never getting anything accomplished, right? Like it's demoralizing, you know.
Every year we debate which bathrooms kids can use. Can we just get past this and say this is just build a separate stall, put a lock on it, call it Australian for all I care. But just I don't know what to say. But it's just choose up legislative time when we got other things going on here.
Yeah.
We got road projects, water projects, electrical projects. I mean, we're getting hit right now with a major piece for data centers because power is cheap and land is cheap here. So is it going to crush our grid? So, but I guarantee we're going to talk about bathrooms again and transgender issues because the one kid in the state who had a problem with it. So that will chew up a whole news cycle here for 2 weeks. But power, the power grid getting crushed by data centers, that's a real thing across the United States right now because I don't think anybody really apprecites how much power it's going to take.
I got bags of dum-dums too that I could send them.
There you go. But no, I mean, it's politics is politics.
Well, you know, politics aside, I will say our military beats your military any day. So I just throw that out there. You know, just saying, Venezuela, don't even try.
Not to make this Russian, but I saw a meme the other day as a 160th SOAR smacking the back of the head of the Russian airborne forces. Like, that's how you do a proper helicopter raid. I was like,
dang.
That was a good one.
Oh man, gotta love it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't like Russia like supposed to be handling Venezuelan security? Like,
no, I
don't they have like Russian troops on the ground and like, but we basically just snuck in under the radar and snuck in under all their assets and
I don't think they had anybody there.
Maybe not. I don't know. Like I heard something. I heard something. Where was it? Maybe Epic Times, Daily Wire, something like that. That like Russia is like was supposed to be handling Venezuelan security.
Air defense.
Yeah, I guess maybe their air defense. Maybe. Yeah.
I think we've got 4 years of figuring out what current Russian air defense networks look like and how they're operated.
Yeah.
And all their frequencies through the Ukraine because we've been running planes off the coast for how long?
Yeah, imagine that. Huh?
It doesn't take much to pop an EW plane in, and our EW is through the roof on the growlers. We have 4 systems at this point.
Yep.
So I think we've got all their frequencies, they've been putting their brand new stuff in Ukraine, and we have listening devices too.
Yeah. Wow.
But every little sensor plane that runs around is how it works.
Lost another. We're going down. We're all going down at the cyclic rate here. Well, I guess that's our cue.
I got two things.
Go, hit it.
Okay. We're at the gun show this weekend, and there's a kid who's in between MCT and Schoolhouse, and there was 5 of us who sat there, and he's going out to 29 Palms for school. Ooh. And 4 or 5 of us just sat there and just gave him life lessons, and we just started listening. Like, if I could tell myself one thing when I was that age, what would it be? That would be the question I'd ask you guys. 18, haven't hit the fleet yet, haven't hit Schoolhouse yet. So I'm curious to hear what you guys had to say.
Huh. That's
never drink the fresh water in Guam.
That's a good one. I mean, it truly is. Oh man, that is good. Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't have any like profound anything. It's just have fun, enjoy it, man. If you're not having fun, then you're in the wrong business.
I say volunteer for everything. Everybody says don't volunteer. Well, you miss so much cool stuff if you don't volunteer. Volunteer for everything. Yeah, you're gonna get the working parties, and you're gonna get some of that stuff. But that just builds character. But volunteer for everything, and you get to do some really cool stuff.
You get to learn a lot.
Yeah.
We were doing more practical stuff, like save your money, set up a allotment, and put it in an IRA or a money market, and just let it grip.
Yep.
And then don't buy so much shit, because every time they move, they got to move all that crap.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Don't buy a Mustang in your first deployment. After your first deployment.
Don't buy a car outside 29 Palms. That was the first thing we told them. Do that shit. I got told I should buy a car. I'm like, no, do not do
not
that.
there.
Come home.
Go
and buy
on
it,
Facebook Marketplace.
Wait till you're home on
find
Christmas
a
Eve.
used, beat up piece of crap car that runs well. That's what you need.
And if you get stationed in California, you better have miles per gallon in the 3s or 4s, because 2 is going to break your spine.
Yeah.
But no, it was. We talked there for about 30-40 minutes last night. Just kind of.
That's really cool.
But yeah, it was like one of those. Oh, if you could tell yourself one thing at that age, 18, straight out of MCT. But that was pretty crazy.
Wow. Well, what was the second thing? You said you had 2 things.
I'm not sure if I talked about it last week, but I'm scanning my dad's stuff, and did I tell you this already?
Well, you've been scanning stuff, but not specifically your dad's stuff. No.
So my dad was a retired Secret Service, and at the end of a detail, the protectee would typically give him like a signed photo. And I'm scanning it.
We did talk about this last week. Yeah. You're right.
I'll tell you what I found behind that photo, that Caroline Kennedy picture.
That of her.
That little picture drawing, right?
Yeah, crayon one. Yeah, I was like, I wasn't sure if I talked about it, but man,
that's pretty cool,
just man. Forced me, dude. But yeah, little history everywhere I go. Scanning all my deployment photos, and that's insane for me.
Oh my god,
it's like, oof.
I don't know where all my photos are, man. I had some really good ones back in the day. I have no idea where they are.
Boxes of shit.
In my plethora of moves, I'm sure they have fallen off a truck some point. So.
That
my wife.
Have one of those.
My wife did want us to talk about one thing, and this is incredibly important, and I hope you guys are prepared for this. And if you're not, shame on you. But the season finale of Stranger Things, or I guess it was the finale of Stranger Things. Did you guys watch it?
Oh yeah.
I got nothing. Nope. I have watched maybe a grand total of 30 minutes of Stranger Things, and that is never not like obviously not even one episode. So like it's probably no more than 10 minutes of any episode, and aggregate total of maybe 40 minutes. So how many seasons is it? 4, 5, something like that.
Nothing. 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. So yeah. My daughter was like, oh, this, that, we have New Year's Eve, the final episode, and this and that, and like why all the adults were at our house doing fondue and having a great time waiting for the ball to drop, and all the kids were next door at the other house watching the season finale, and then they all came back and they were like, oh, that sucked, that was so stupid, blah 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 blah, and one kid was like, I liked it. And then all the rest were like, who's dumb? And I'm like, whatever.
It's just because it wasn't a fairy book story
tale ending.
There you go. Fairy tale ending. That's the reason why.
It is exactly polar, by the way. And when you said fondue, I was like, is there a fishbowl of keys too? Because that's the most 70s party I've ever heard of.
Nice. We do it right, man. We bring a melting pot right into our house.
Yeah. Fondue. Oh,
it's awesome.
It's just like the most 70s food ever. Like, sounds like a swingers party.
But you want to build some community, man. You all stand around a pot with some skewers and food, and you get to know each other real well.
Communal cheese.
Well, I mean, you're not eating out of a pot, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, the next time you're down in the area, we'll do fondue with you there, Jess.
I might have to try
it.
No, you know what?
Whole family watches it here, so the kids typically don't like it. The adults love it because it's all retro. I mean, 89, 90, 91. I mean, it's all the stuff we grew up with.
I bet you anything, Purple Rain hits #1 again.
Oh yeah,
It probably
the first time they ever heard of it.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, yeah, it was. I dug it. I mean, my wife and I looked at each other like, that was a really good ending, and then the kids are like, "That's it." I'm like, "Yeah, that's it." So,
welcome to life.
What do you want? Yes. It's like every movie I ever watched as a kid had an ending. It doesn't always end good.
That's right.
But
that's right.
It was good. I mean, Netflix kind of hit it out of the park. I mean, how many years of this? 10 years? I mean,
think how much money they made off of that, though. You know, they're still
streaming alone,
continuing to make.
Yep. Well, I mean, Deb and I were talking about this the other day. It's like that show started before COVID, so the kids who are watching it have been watching it pretty much their half their life. I don't know. I mean, it's been going for a long time.
It's kind of like
sizable portion of life.
When we were growing up, the Wonder Years, man.
Oh God, yeah. Vietnam.
Or The Simpsons.
Oh,
The Simpsons,
still going, so you can't use that. I mean,
that's true. You can't use The Simpsons. It's a bad example. But the Wonder Years, man, Winnie, man. Woo, what a looker, you know? Jeez.
Super smart, by the way.
Winnie?
Oh, yeah. She's got a PhD or master's in advanced mathematics.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Good for her. Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
Bill Nye the Science Guy is kind of an idiot compared to Dolph Lundgren because he's got multiple master's degrees in physics and chemistry, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. It's amazing. People you just don't know, or they took some time.
You know what? What were some of the shows you guys watched? My ringtone still has the Sanford and Son thing going. I still play that every time somebody calls me. You know, you got to have that. One of the songs I always sing from the shows was the Jeffersons. Moving on up to the east side. Right? Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Got A-Team.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes. Oh man, yeah.
Magnum PI.
Fall Guy. The Fall Guy.
Oh, the Fall Guy's a good one. Yeah.
God.
Magnum PI.
Magnum. Yeah, you got to have the stash, man.
Every time we see one of those helicopters, like I just want to paint it right now. Cruise around the islands. But I mean, God, there were so many like iconic shows.
Was it Knight Rider?
Oh yes, Knight Rider, man.
That was a good one.
But you had to wait.
Yeah.
So going back and rewatching them is one of the saddest things you could do, though.
That's true.
That is rough. They dropped the Family Feud from like 80, 81. That guy is creepy as fuck. Really? He's like straight up live kissing all the wives and daughters and girlfriends on that show. I was like, this guy needs to my wife and I was like, yeah, we're turning this off. This is bad.
Wow. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of those.
Things you don't remember because it was just normal.
My mom and I used to watch old Doctor Who episodes. The old Incredible Hulk TV show. Remember that?
That was good too.
And then one that nobody ever remembers is the helicopter one, Airwolf.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I forgot
all about that one. Yeah.
Singe and Hawk.
Holy
Loved
cow.
Airwolf.
I was like, it's a medevac helicopter out here. It's like a care flight. I was like, where are the missiles and the guns? I want to see where do the rocket pods come off of?
Man.
God, that was such a good show.
What cartoons did you watch?
Space Ghost.
Space Ghost was great.
All the Hanna-Barbera. Space Ghost, Thundar the Barbarian.
Oh, yeah. That's
Captain Caveman.
Great
Babe.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Space Ghost is my favorite. I still use that. The kids look at me and go insane. Thundar was amazing.
God, I love Thundar the Barbarian.
I was banging. Mask.
I think my go-to was
Mask. Yes.
What was it?
Mask.
The cars, the guy
came apart and had like a boat in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot about that one.
G.I. Joe, of course. Yeah.
Transformers, always.
Oh, Transformers. Yeah. That was good.
He-Man.
She-Ra.
He-Man.
I remember She-Ra.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I remember She-Ra. Are you kidding me? Who doesn't remember She-Ra?
No, that's the retro part. Though. I mean,
Thundercats.
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
Thunder,
Tales from the Crypt.
Thundercats.
Throwback.
Whoa.
Yeah, Chitara was like my first cartoon crush right there.
Oh, really?
We didn't have it.
Oh, Robotech. Man, I got into Robotech a lot when I was a kid.
I don't know that one.
What? Really?
I don't remember it. Robotech.
Yeah, it was like the first huge Japanese anime series that made it in the US.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Robotech.
Voltron.
You should go.
Oh yeah, Voltron.
Yeah.
But that was like it was like the West Coast animation stuff that like all the West Coast kids were talking about. Like it's like Voltron. Like I have no idea what you're even saying, man.
Huh?
But Cheers. There's another show throwback.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, Cheers. Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily one particular show, but like when I was living in Florida as a little kid, like first, second, third, fourth grade kind of thing. Every Sunday morning from like 10 to noon, they had Kung Fu Theater on.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Theater.
So
man.
they all these like dub over Kung Fu movies, and oh my gosh, I love Kung Fu Theater.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, Kung Fu Theater. Yeah. Wow. What about Three's Company? You remember that? That was ahead of its time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget, was it Silver Spoons? And what was the one with the girls?
Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. That's it. Yep.
Yeah, the Facts of Life. Yeah.
I saw a show with Mrs. Garrett on the other day, by the way. And she was like, it was like Life. I don't know if you remember that show. It was Damien. He was Lieutenant Winters and Captain Winters in the Band of Brothers. It was like a cop who wrongly accused came back from a detective, and she was like the bad guy. Her son was, but she was like, "That's Mrs. Garrett." It's like, nah. Start seeing these people in other roles. It's like that's nuts.
Okay, I remember going to my friend's house and watching a movie, and it was the first movie that I got to see, not just with boobies, but 3 boobies.
Oh,
Total Recall. Yeah, that
Total
was at Vic's
Recall.
house. Yeah, went to Vic's house and saw Total Recall, the 3 boobs. I was like, what? That's a thing?
They completely missed that on the remake too. The remakes they need to stop doing remakes for like 10 minutes. Just get an original movie out.
Yeah, I know.
I saw the Total Recall. I was like, but where's what's going on here?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not always the same.
But
yeah, there's some good movies and good shows back then for sure. Now, who was your favorite wrestler? Because I don't know. I was big into wrestling. That's what I always call it, wrestling.
Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, that's a good one. Ultimate Warrior. Okay. All right. I like it. What's that?
Sting.
Yeah. Sting was a good one. Yeah. My favorite, though, I think of all time is probably going to be Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I love that dude. He cracked me up. And then Jake the Snake Roberts. I really like Jake the Snake.
Roddy Piper.
Yeah, Roddy Piper was good. Yeah.
He's a better actor.
Yeah, agreed.
You stay up all night.
You strike me as like a sheep herder kind of guy. You like the sheep herders, didn't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who were the guys that licked themselves all the time? That was the sheep herders.
Yeah, that's the sheep herders.
I thought those were bushwhackers.
Oh, bushwhackers. Yeah.
Yeah, bushwhackers. Okay.
Sheep herders,
yeah,
thing.
You're right.
Bushwhackers.
Yeah. No, I did enjoy watching the bushwhackers. I did. I'm not
Fabulous Freebirds.
Yeah. Jess is being quiet. Did you watch wrestling growing up?
We did, but I'm in the land of wrestling, so that was like beat out of us real quick. I was like, that's not wrestling. Because I mean,
yeah. You did wrestling.
No,
right?
we didn't have it. We grew up in the land of it.
Right. What I'm
like,
saying, it was wrestling, whereas I watched wrestling. That was the difference for me.
Yeah.
Was wrestling was WWF, WCW,
but they
all those.
spelled it the same. And I come from a family
but
of wrestlers.
it is not.
They were offended by it. They're like, that's not fucking wrestling. They're like, okay, sorry, didn't mean to offend.
Yeah.
But, no, man, Andre the Giant, he was a pretty good wrestler.
He's a big boy. Did not take much to win. Yeah.
He was. I still can't believe Hulk Hogan was able to lift him up like that. It was pretty amazing. He'd have definitely crushed me. I'm just gonna say he'd have crushed me for sure.
I bet he threw a couple discs out too. And
probably.
Joint and ligament damage, but I mean, the hearts were always fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was fun, but like I said, it was like it was on cable and not always. A lot of us didn't have cable, so
Macho Man Randy Savage. He was another one.
Oh yeah, I still eat the Slim Jim. Snap into a Slim Jim. I still have to eat a Slim Jim when I see him, just because of Macho Man.
So
Ric
here's
Flair
a weird,
is awesome. He's still kicking,
here's
man.
A weird story. So Forged in Fire. Have you ever watched that show?
Forged in Fire. That's the guys that make the swords and stuff.
Knives, yeah.
Yeah.
So my daughter's obsessed with it. She watches like every episode, and she's watching one day and I look over and it's like, holy shit, that's one of the guys he was a Marine. I worked with him in Hawaii.
Are you
but
serious?
He made swords and knives in Wisconsin, and it was the WWE episode, and Ric Flair was one of the guys that came in. So Phil was just loving it. Yeah. He does like custom knives, and this guy Phil Paddock is just a super smart kid.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he won the WWE episode with Ric Flair, so he was just living his best life, man.
Wow, very cool. Yeah, that's a good story.
I was like, that's Phil. I know him.
Ric Flair, man, he does a lot of good stuff. Oh, hey, have you guys watched that show with The Rock? It's about him growing up, like when he was a kid. And talks about his dad who was a wrestler and all of his like cousins, and he grew up in the wrestling community. Man, Carlene, what was the name of that show?
Baby Rock.
What was it?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it up.
I can't remember. Anyways, that was a fantastic show, man. And the guys that played the parts of all the different wrestlers did a pretty good job, man. It was pretty awesome to see. But just to see it from his perspective of growing up in it, right, as a kid and what he saw, and then, as he eventually advanced and got into wrestling and stuff like that, is pretty cool.
Dude, we're just getting wrestling up here. Like, they're starting to come up here. It's mostly a southern thing, I noticed. And we didn't have like a circuit up here. So, I mean, it was all
rednecks.
Mats. Yeah, I'm not saying, but not pointing fingers, but I mean, dude. God, all right, here's a wrestling story. You're gonna Young
Rock. See, my wife was listening. Young Rock is the name of the show. Go watch it. It's pretty good.
So wrestling is so popular out here that my great uncle, guy's teaching degree up in North Dakota, got hired by a university down in Iowa, and they said, you can teach, but you also need to coach wrestling. He's like, okay. He's like, have you ever coached wrestling? He's like, I've never seen a wrestling match before. His first match he ever coached was his first wrestling match he ever went to.
What?
He's never seen. And he ended up being one of the most winningest coaches in Iowa history, in national history. But yeah, he took a team to China in the 70s. But yeah, Milt Martin was just something else.
I bet you he didn't even have Google.
There was not Google, yeah. But yeah, that's so
he didn't even have ChatGPT to set him up with the routine and a plan and anything.
No, he had really good wrestlers he learned from while he was coaching. He just knew personalities. But that was like one of the funniest stories he used to tell. Like, I never saw a wrestling match until my first match I was coaching it. I was like, what the hell?
That's impressive, man.
Good dude. But yeah, he ended up being one of the winningest coaches. But
we went down a rabbit hole that was pretty cool, in my opinion. And if you're out there and you don't think it was cool, you're watching the wrong show. That's all I can say. I don't know.
You don't remember the 80s.
Yeah. You should have grew up in the 80s and you'd have really understood.
Well, they're remaking all of our shows now.
Oh,
so
that's true. And you know
Transformers,
how many
the
times
movies.
I've had to hear Purple Rain this weekend? It's a lot. Let me say it's a lot.
Speaking of Minnesota,
Purple
Prince
Rain
was the king. Prince was the king of Minnesota. That's where he's from.
Is he? Was he really from Minnesota?
Minneapolis.
I didn't know that. Yep. Is Prince still alive? He died, right?
He passed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
He got the cocktail. I think his doctor got indicted for manslaughter off the drug cocktail he died from.
No kidding.
Yep.
Dang. What a heck of a guitar player and singer, though, man. That dude,
everything. He could pick up anything and play it.
Yeah. He was an amazing guy.
And a producer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sheeny,
You know, a little strange, but incredible.
With that much talent, you get to kind of fly that free flag, man.
Yeah,
I don't have a name anymore. I have a symbol. Like, okay, everybody's just like, okay, guy.
Yeah, when everybody doesn't bat an eye when you say my new name is a symbol, that means that you know what you're doing. You're popular enough, you can do whatever you want. That's what that means.
But I mean, even
but he was
like
smart enough to avoid all copyright because of a symbol. It wasn't a name; it was a symbol because his name was copyrighted, and he didn't own the rights to his name.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's like the Beatles not owning the rights to their music.
Oh, dude, the originals, they're masters.
Crazy,
it's so messed up, man.
Well, that's why what's her name? Kesha was doing all her laying down everything again for her masters, and then Taylor Swift's doing the same thing because the labels were just gouging them. So I don't know. IP is one of those special things that intellectual property rights is just insane law. I had a resident when I was down at University of South Dakota, and he was specializing in intellectual property. Like, everything you just said makes no sense to me, but I'm glad it makes sense to you. But that's what he specialized in.
Yeah.
Like, that's not your original thought. You can't have it, and copyright. Like, I don't even know what you just said, but okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Legal mumbo jumbo. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I say we handle it like we used to back in the day, right? 2 pistols. You walk, you do a duel. Whoever wins gets the copyright.
Swords.
Okay, we can do swords. We could do swords too.
I like
I'm
swords
okay with
better.
that. If you want to do swords instead of guns, okay.
All right, I was watching that show Turn the other day. It's on Netflix, and the whole series dropped, and they had a couple duels on there. One was with pistols, one was with swords, and I was like, the whole process is so complicated. There's just flintlocks. You guys use flintlocks though.
Well, yeah, because if you're using flintlocks, you don't even know if that thing's gonna go off. There's
no
guarantee.
Blow up in your hand.
Well, yeah. You could get a double whammy. It could blow up in your hand and you get shot.
Right in your face.
Yeah, but like those things were so like could not shoot straight, which is why they were okay for duels. Like the chances of you actually hitting somebody.
That's pretty bad.
But we used to have gentlemen, and gentlemen's are over.
Yeah. Yep. Well, shoot, here you go. I want y'all to see this.
Yeah, as a passed out cat.
This is Tux. This is one of the kittens. He's out. He's in a whole new world. Yeah. Well, guys.
Okay, did you hear about the cat? The mountain lion broke into a cat shop and ate the catnip and just completely passed out, stoned out of its mind. It was like the story this week. It popped up on my feed.
That's like serious?
Yeah, I think so. It might be. I don't know, but it was just like one of those things. Like, that's funny. But
so he broke in, ate all the catnip, and then passed out.
Just completely stoned out of his gourd, man. So.
Okay, could you imagine being the worker walking in? Do. You see the mountain lion passed out.
I'm good. Yeah. Time to go home.
Yeah, I'd lock the door and just walk away. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
that sounds like a story for Marvelous Mary News by Mike McNanny.
It does. Yeah. Too bad he's not here,
I know, right?
Well, he had to bug out. He said his iPad went dead on him. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and close this up, guys. Thanks for coming on and doing this. You guys rock. For everybody out there, if you're a veteran, I'm always looking for veterans to share your story. I should have done this at the beginning, and I didn't. I didn't even know why I didn't think of it.
Yeah, you did.
Did I say something? Huh? No? Yeah? I don't know.
Gave the URL too.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at there. But if you guys want to be on the show, share your story, your individual story, or if you have a veteran-owned business out there or a veteran organization or something like that you want to talk about, shoot me an email, Lost Art Project, veteransvoices@gmail.com. If you do that, then we can get you on. We'll get you set up and do all the things that need to happen. But guys, thanks again for doing this. To all the listeners, if you're struggling, need help, anything like that, don't forget the VA does have some great resources. You can always dial 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255 or go to veteranscrisisline.net and click on that chat icon. Any of those options will put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life loss is one too many. I care about you. Jess and Vic and the whole crew care about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, reach out to the buddies you serve with. Ask them how they're doing. If they need that helping hand, please give it to them. All right. Guys, thanks again. I always have fun doing this. Oh, we didn't do it. Okay, we'll quickly do words of wisdom and our book review. Since
book review first.
Wasn't ready, we'll start with the book review.
Just Googling right now. ChatGPT is about to cook us up on some wisdom. All right. Used to be picked up. It's called The Boer War. And it is written by Thomas Pakenham, and it is about the soup to nuts about the South African campaign between in the Orange Free State, the Transvaal, and the precursors to the Boer War in 1898, 99, 1900. So, and a lot of counterinsurgency, British tactics, lessons lost, lessons learned comes from this, and it is. The Boer commandos were ripping up and down. It was a citizens' army against one of the strongest empires on Earth. So amazing how they held out for as long as they did. But the way they broke the back of the Boers was concentration camps and rails and blockhouses. So it's an interesting, but it is an interesting read, especially when you consider like non-state actors like. The Germans were actually backing the Boers because they're Dutch and they got corrupt guns, and the British military was not anywhere near where they need to be technology wise or tactics wise, and they got chewed up for the first couple campaigns. And the logistics going from England to the South Africa was amazingly rough. So, but it's an amazing, great read. I always recommend if you want to know more about insurgency, counterinsurgency tactics, start with the Boer War, because they held them to a standstill for a very long time.
Wow.
And they had to break it. And then there's a really good movie that we watched called Breaker Morant, which is a law of war class that we had to watch when we were in the Marines, actually. That was set in the Boer War at the end of it. Ooh. So
interesting.
It's an Australian movie that if you have never seen Breaker Morant, I would highly recommend that movie.
Breaker Morant.
Great movie.
All right. It's good to know.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks, Jess. Appreciate it. Yep. All right, Vic, what you got?
Well, for those people that actually have a New Year's resolution, I will say, if you don't start today, you won't start tomorrow either.
Yep.
New Year, same old me.
Yeah. I say for those people because I never do a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, well, I didn't this year for sure.
I did last year.
Might be the only year that I'm able to keep it, though. This is Tux again. He woke up. I woke him up.
You get that knowledge. You get that earworm knowledge going.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again. I appreciate you. To all the listeners, stay motivated. Change your socks.
No more 22. On to the journey and finish the fight.